Welcome back to the bubble, ladies and gentlemen. Same shirt, still game, still the same game. Playing as Prussia against two very hard computers on a desert map with some rivers. It's Algeria and Turkey that I'm fighting, and they are really starting to rack up some impressive numbers right here. Doesn't seem like they have any issues with population space. And I will start working on the 18th century musketeers as fast as I possibly can. And also I will need to get my cavalry production going, and I'm gonna get that by getting this upgrade. 3,650 gold. I'm gonna sell some stone for it, and now my cavalry production will increase by 33%, or the time will decrease by 33%, depends on how you look at it. But still, basically, I will have a much faster production of cavalry, and that will be very necessary for me. And also, I finally have some artillery, and I have numlocked that one to 1. So I have all of my artillery chosen by with the 1 hotkey. I'm also assembling some Prussian hussars right up here to the north, because hopefully I will be able to start harassing the city soon. I would have liked to see them overextending their economic lines with some outside mines or something like that, like this one, but it doesn't seem like I'm that lucky. But I will try to capture a couple of Turkish or Algerian peasants, so I can start building that civilization for myself. Where are these guys going? Oh, they're standing right over there. See, I have one more of these guys, and I'm gonna create another line of 72 pikemen. So far they don't have any artillery, what I can see, and I'm really thankful for that. And now they're starting to pull back because they see that I have cavalry over here. Fortunately, they're only sending mercenary siege Cossacks, and they are super weak, so you can see that I have no issues with cutting them down with my hussars. Okay, and we have yet another stable. That's awesome. Let's see what I can use you guys for. I'm still running out of gold, which means that I have to look at the amount of stone that I have. Thank you. Selling some of that so I can start upgrading my mines efficiently. But here we have at least some hussars. I will send them to Algeria first, see if I can capture one peasant or more so I can start building town halls of that faction first. Let's see. And I think I'll use these guys to raid Algeria. See if I can find anything at the very outskirts of the city. I don't want to run into those guys, but I want to ride around and like capture these guys, but they have soldiers all over the place. Maybe somewhere around here. I mean, the good thing with being able to capture mines is that you get, if it's captured, sometimes it self explodes. But if you're able to capture it, then you're gonna get the peasants inside as well. We are able to do some damage, however the cannons are super slow at reloading. I'm not a big fan of that at all. However, there's no upgrade for that there, but rather I have to upgrade it in the academy, and that's really hard since I have very little gold right now. However, I do have some troops, and I mean, I was pop capped, so they needed to die anyway. Okay, here we have our hussars. Let's see, do we see any peasants that would be a good choice for me. Here we have a mine though, so I will try. I'll be going for Algeria first. That's gonna be my jam. I guess I'll let these guys run in and die. And my little army actually survived. That's awesome. Awesome. Very soon I have to stop producing peasants, I think, because I need that population space for troops. However, just got a 4th town hall, and that's really good. I want to get more of these 18th century barracks up and going though, but that means I need more lumber and also a whole lot more gold. Wow. I have no idea why the gold production goes so slowly. But my plan, my goal is to increase it, of course. Let's see, please, I want to be able to capture this one. If that one explodes, I'll just turn around and just run straight into their economy. And it exploded. Gosh dang it. Do I get any peasants out of this? No, I do, however, get a lot of lost hussars. And I mean, this part is hard. It's really difficult. However, I did notice that we got some more cannons. And I can use them to start putting some pressure on their army. So that's good. I also need to make some formations of musketeers as well. These guys, the 18th century musketeers, are doing well in their recruitment. I'm really happy that they're just standing there taking it. Look at the amount of soldiers dying for them. That's why artillery is so important, and these guys aren't even, these cannons aren't even upgraded. Durability, repair all artillery. I mean, I need more gold. I'm gonna numlock my market to number 2. So then I'll be able to start trading a lot more efficiently. And you can stop firing right now. Starting to fill up our formations, that's really good. Let's see if I can get a formation of 72 musketeers, that's really good as well. However, they are starting to get a bit too close for comfort, so I will want my hussars going down south. We're gonna focus on Turkey for now, because they seem to be a bit more vulnerable and a bit more open. However, it's still difficult when their entire city basically is made up of armies. They don't have that big cities though. Most of their cities are just housing and just dwellings. But they still have quite impressive armies. And my dudes are getting hot as hell. Yeah, there we go. Another 18th century barrack. That's awesome. So I can start sending some peasants into the mines because I desperately need the money. And the coal mine as well. That's good. still only have 3 stables, but I really need to start upgrading my cavalry. However, it's really good that so far they still haven't started pushing on my city. However, when these cannons start coming close, that's why I really need to start bottling up down here. Because those mortars or bombers are really gnarly. I do not like them at all. So I guess I'll need to start, I mean, I'll send the cuirassiers and also the dragoons to see what kind of damage we can deal. That's why I pressed A, and on the location I wanted them to go to, so that they attack everything on the way to that point, basically. But those archers, they do have a lot of archers, and they are putting down my cuirassiers at an alarming rate. But very soon I'll be able to start getting some real upgrades, which will be very important. Very important. Now I'm getting the upgrade, so the building goes fast. The building time is decreased because when building a lot of barracks, 18th century barracks, they take some time to build. So I really need that upgrade to get these buildings up as fast as possible. Also, my 18th century grenadiers are not upgraded at all, which of course is not bad. Is not good. All my cuirassiers are dead. Wow, wow. Let's see. Now we're having 10 ordinary cannons, and that's good. However, I do not want to tussle with these guys with my regular hussars. Even these are just light cavalry, but still I don't think my hussars are gonna beat them, actually. And they were out of range for me. Put my musketeers behind the cannons. I'll send a bunch of my peasants to keep working on the barracks because I need those up as soon as possible. Otherwise I'll be population capped, and also they are very crucial for my military prowess. Oh my god, my poor dragoons. However, they did manage to destroy a lot of the bombards, so that's good. However, they are annihilated, which always of course makes me a bit sad. Let's see. They didn't build up the mine again, so I can't attack that one. Let's see if I can come in from... Okay. Now let's see what kind of damage these guys can deal. Probably not that much because I haven't upgraded them too much. But if I'm able to capture even one peasant, that will be worth it. However, that doesn't seem to be the case. Too bad. However, I did, at least I got their attention. That's good. Let's see what kind of damage we can deal now to these guys. The archers, I do not like them at all. Yeah, I don't think these guys will be a threat. However, you can see how fast they start to nail down my my mines, these mortars or bombards. So I really need to silence them as fast as possible. Otherwise, that happens. I really need to shut up that bottleneck. What the damn hell? They're always focusing on the mines, and that pisses me off. Oh, there we go. Another 18th century barrack is up. How great. Okay, I did mean for you to just stand there watching the building and not actually help out in construction. But, you know, to each their own, I guess. Financially, it did go okay until they blasted down my my mine. And this is why defense is always so difficult, because their bombard cannons are always going to outrange you. Always. So I guess I'll try sending down a bunch of troops and also peasants down here to like build gates at these bottlenecks to see if we can hold them there. Which of course I hope that we'll be able to do. We have so many idle peasants. Wow. Oh, that's because the barrack is ready. Awesome. So now we have 3 18th century barracks, working on just cramming out a bunch of musketeers, which of course will be very important for our military prowess. And also we're gonna need to increase the firepower. I think it affects both the cannons and the ranged units, which of course makes it very important. And gold is running out quickly. Oh, this is crazy. I actually think I'll start focusing on just getting this gold mine maxed out, because this one is gonna get blasted down like every other second or so. Okay guys, just keep on going. And you guys can get over there, destroy the bombard cannon. I don't like having bombard cannons in my army, because they only deal damage to buildings. And buildings are not the ones that are gonna kill me. I can use my grenadiers or something for that. However, I don't like it when my houses are on fire, so I need to repair those. And also, hopefully I'll soon be able to build... I need to build more stables, and for that I need a lot of lumber. But of course I did just send a whole bunch of my peasants to work on the lumber. So eventually we're gonna get there. Sell some more stone. So far we'll need 21,000 gold to upgrade that mine again. It did kill my pikemen though. Oh wow. 216 18th century musketeers is our current number. And now we've run out of food. Hopefully though, the production that I have will suffice for now. And look at this army, guys. This is crazy. A lot of light infantrymen, a lot of archers, and a whole bunch of cavalry. I mean, these guys, since they don't have 18th century units, they'll just throw a bunch of their 17th century units at me. And I'll just need to keep harassing, at least keeping some of them a bit weaker. However, are you starting to work on mines? No, you're not. However, I will need to attack their settlements, all of their dwellings, because that's what's giving them the space to create troops. I actually had a strategy when I played the first edition of Cossacks to just send a whole bunch of peasants to them, so that they could capture the peasants, only to fill up their population space so they couldn't create troops, and in best case scenario starve them out as well. So I sent like thousands and thousands of my peasants to their villages to be captured. And it was not as effective as I would have wanted it to be, though, unfortunately. Still running out of food. And starting to run out of space on those stone excavation points, so I'll send them to other ones. Okay, that gold mine needs a couple of more people in it. I always feel a bit hesitant to upgrade mines that are this close to the frontier, because that means that they're gonna get targeted really quickly, and they're brought down by the bombard cannons. Okay, time for another little sneaky-roo with our hussars, see if we can deal any damage. A lot of them are peeling off. That didn't quite give the effect that I would have wanted it to. However, the goal is to deal damage, and that's what I'm gonna do. And if I'm able to capture... Wow, I was not able to capture anything from that. My hussars just die. That's too bad. Okay, send forward some more dragoons, some more hussars on their way. And we also need cuirassiers. Let's see if we can just start pushing up a little bit with our cannons and also with our military lines. Now I see that we can create yet another town hall, so we will, of course. We can put that one back here. So you can see that I'm not really expanding like this, but rather I'm just stretching out over the northwest, getting as far away from my opponents as possible. My infantry is starting to get really good though. I'm very pleased about that. We're gonna come to a point though where 17th century troops basically is just a waste of population space. However, I am really not there yet. We'll start pushing up our troops. I'm also gonna go with the best part about European factions, which is the multi-barreled cannon. That one is a real beast when it comes to killing infantry and cavalry on close range. Let's see when we're able to start reaching there. Okay, so there we have the point. I'm always a bit nervous when it comes to moving up my armies to the front, because I feel so unprotected when regarding my village. It feels so so unprotected indeed. Pushing them up. See when I can start hitting them. Should be pretty soon. And I do not like that my cannons were so slow at turning, because this will result in them not being able to give up that many volleys, and that's not good. However, we're still able to deal quite some damage, and these are the Janissaries that I was talking about. I think they look really cool. And also the Algerian and the Turkish archers look a bit different in their design, which is really cool. Okay. One army taken down. However, we still need more people to the front lines. And what was that? I desperately need to take down their howitzers, because those are really good at tearing up holes in my infantry lines. Okay guys, how's it going? Gonna make a couple of officers to create formations of my 18th century troops. And hussars are still running around. I think I might actually send them, I'll send this squad up to the northeast to attack Algeria, because they are getting a bit too strong for my liking. And wow. Those armies are really starting to get a bit too strong for my liking. They might actually destroy my cannons. So I need to start pushing them back, because I do not want them to get taken over. However, this looks like a big juicy spot, and it was. Yeah, dealing a lot of damage, that's good. And very soon, there we have it, our 18th century Prussian musketeers are on the move as well. I think it's gonna be just at the most perfect timing. However, you can really tell that their artillery is doing quite the number on our troops. The howitzers, for example, those are really nasty pieces of work. Hopefully these guys can just ride in and capture as many of them as possible before the rounds come off. Whew. Okay. That was one battle. Now we just have a couple of hundred left to go, I guess. Got 2 howitzers. That's always good. I don't really like capturing enemy artillery unless it's regular cannons, but you know. One has to do what one has to do, I guess. Gotta do what you gotta do. Already, we're almost half an hour into this episode, guys, so it's getting time for me to take a little break yet again. I am really disappointed that I haven't been able to capture any more. To capture any peasants from from my opponent's villages, so I can start my own civilizations. That really sucks, because that's when, I mean, you're really getting somewhere with your productions. Let's see, I can't create another stable. Just pumping out soldiers to the very best of my ability. Oh my god, I also captured a bunch of Algerian cannons. That's cool. I'm gonna group them as 2, and my Prussian ones will be 1. Let's see, dragoons and cuirassiers. Let's see if they can be enough to... Oh my god, I almost have no upgrades on my cavalry. No wonder they're so weak. Let's see if they can deal any damage to this little squad right over here. Okay. And my hussars at the very south is dying because I didn't pay attention. However, I did manage to kill a couple of cannons, so that's good. However, it did not fill the purpose that I wanted them to. These guys I need to be a bit more, I need to have a bit more attention on though. Yeah, my cavalry is not strong enough for these kind of things. If only I could get like one. I only need one. I don't need a lot more than that. Let's see. They're starting to get some Cossacks behind my lines. I do not like that at all. However, I managed to get them down. Got even more Algerian artillery. That's good as well. I'm gonna send them down to the front line here to fill out. So now I have 10. I just click one unit and then I press Z, and then I choose all units of that same kind. So I click one Algerian cannon Z, and that gives me the 6 closest. Control and Z will give me everyone on the entire map. So I have 9 Prussian cannons that I give num key 1. All of these will be num key 2. And then we have to give, let's say we give the market like num key 4, I guess. Selling some more stone to get some more gold, and soon we'll be able to start really getting somewhere with our upgrades. And that's really gonna make a difference, I hope, because otherwise I'm just wasting my money. Really starting to get somewhere with my 18th century Prussian musketeers, which I'm really excited about because they are really strong. However, let's see what we can do against the giant numbers that Algeria and Turkey has, because they have really big numbers of in their armies. And they keep sending these gosh darn Cossacks, who are weak, but they are super fast. Okay, so far their armies don't really seem to be pushing. So let's see if I can do something about that. Pushing my armies forward. That means that they will have to come through this pass, this one, or the northern one. Want even bigger armies of hussars, but it's also really important, of course, to upgrade them. And I've been doing a lousy job of that so far. I'm building more artillery depots, because artillery depots are like dwellings and town halls for cannons, so you can only build a certain amount of artillery depending on the amount of artillery depots that you have. And these are like transfaction, if you can put it in that way. That if you have 2 artillery depots from Prussia, 1 from Turkey and 1 from Algeria, the numbers are the same as if it was for Prussia. So you need a lot of them either way. Wow, we really got spread out there. Spread out thin. And also, hey, we have the multi-barrel cannons. How awesome is that? 19 out of 15 cannons. Right now, what I was talking about, because we have we captured a bunch of cannons, so now we can't build any more ordinary cannons. So we're gonna build. Wow, we are so low on. We are so low on gold. Always, forever. But that's gonna be taken care of now, because for some reason I haven't been putting any peasants into my almost maxed out gold mine. But look at this, 60 of them now. How many of them goes into the gold mine? Almost all of them. almost all of them. Increasing my firing power because that's really important for all of my units. European units are really dependent on gunpowder units. So of course you need to max out your firing power. However, they don't stack well. They stack rather on the upgrades that you get from the barracks. So first I need to max out my upgrades in the barracks, so then the academy upgrade stacks on top of those. At least I think that was the case in the first edition of Cossacks. I don't know if it's still the case. Soon I have enough for yet another 400 unit formation. However, these guys are starting to feel a bit... It feels like they're gonna be surrounded like any second now. So I desperately need to use to get some more soldiers down there to help them out. And I'm also gonna choose to put my rally points of cavalry and also 17th and 18th century units a bit in front of my city, rather than smack dab in the middle of it. So it gets a bit easier to keep a check on. Okay, let's see, 196 regular pikemen, 196 musketeers, this is good. I was sending all of them down to the front lines. And also, as soon as I have the possibility, I will be constructing some more artillery as well, and also some multi-barrel cannons. Selling some more gold, give me the opportunity to build yet another stable, because cavalry is key later on in the game. You need to be mobile, you need to be able to harass efficiently, and I mean, cavalry that's the sole point of cavalry. Oh, those guys did not last long. I think I'll actually spread out my artillery a bit more. I will also need to put out a line in the very south eventually. But okay, this is good. At least I'm having some cavalry coming up. I think I'm actually gonna need to mass like one really big cavalry attack in order to get any peasants. Like these small squadrons of not even 100 horses, that's not enough. I mean, that's not enough. Let's see if I can try to capture this town hall. I mean, this town hall will be captured because it's a non-military building, and all non-military buildings and the except shipyards and artillery depot is a military building that can be captured, but all non-military buildings basically except for the shipyard, can be captured. So let's see if I can build any peasants fast enough. Please? Oh, this guy is gonna get blown to hell. Yeah, gosh dang it. That's really frustrating. I was so close, so close. Let's see. Can't do any damage over here. So close. Gosh dang it. Really nice. Now these guys are gonna get mowed down. But it's not gonna be easy, Jesus Christ. They just annihilated my army of 18th century musketeers. So that means I need to push up some 17th century musketeers. And oh my god, I've run over the time by like 10 minutes. So sorry for that one, guys. 40 minutes was the range of this episode, I guess. I really get lost in my own thoughts when playing this game. Still, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.